My heart is not an organ. It's more than that. My heart is an animal, a chameleon to be specific. It changes skin and color, not to blend in, but to be difficult, unreasonable. My heart has many faces. Restless heart, desperate heart, selfish heart, lonely heart. Today, my heart is anxious. Or at least it's going to be anxious for the next 57 minutes. After that, who knows? I'm sitting in the pristine office of the school's guidance counselor, Cara Montgomery, and my heart is going haywire. It's fluttering, dipping up and down in my chest, bumping against my rib cage. It doesn't want to be here, because it takes offense at seeing the guidance counselor, which is really just a euphemism for therapist. We don't need a therapist. We're fine. Isn't that what crazy people say? Layla, says the guidance counselor with a psychology degree/therapist, Ms. Montgomery. How was your vacation? I glance away from the window I've been staring out of, forgoing the scenery of the snowy outdoors to focus on the smiling woman behind the desk. It was all right. Well, what did you do? She is rolling a pen between her fingers, and then it slips out of her hand and falls to the floor. She chuckles at herself and bends to pick it up. Cara is not a typical guidance counselor/therapist. For one, she's clumsy and always appears frantic. There's nothing calm about her. Her hair is never in place, strands are flying everywhere, and she's forever running her fingers through them to make them behave. Her blouses are always wrinkled, which she hides under her corduroy jackets. She talks fast, and sometimes things she says aren't very therapist-like. So, she prompts, giving me her full attention. I want to tell her that her glasses are tipped to one side, but I don't. She is less intimidating this way. My heart doesn't need any more threats than what her degree represents. I took walks mostly. I shift in the cushioned chair, tucking a strand of my loose hair behind my ear. Watched Netflix, went to the gym. Lies, all lies. I binged on Christmas candy my mom sent, or rather, her assistant sent, because my mom didn't want me to come home for the holidays. I sat on the couch all day and watched porn while sucking on Twizzlers and listening to Lana Del Rey in the background. I'm addicted to that woman. Seriously, she is a goddess. Every word out of her mouth is gold. I'm not addicted to porn or Twizzlers, however. Those are just for when I get lonely, which is most of the time, but that's beside the point. That's great. I'm glad. She nods. You didn't feel lonely without your friends then? It was all good? Now, this is what I don't get. Why is she smiling at me? Why are her eyes curious? Is she trying to dig deep? Is she trying to fish for answers? Her questions could be a cover for other loaded questions like, were you good, Layla? Were you really good? Did you do something crazy, like calling him in the middle of the night? Because you've done this before when you were lonely. So did you call him, Layla? Did you? The answer to all of this is a big, fat no. I did not call him. I haven't called him in months. Months. All I've done is stare at his photo on my phone. The photo no one knows about. Because if my mom knew I was still pining after him, she'd send me to a real therapist, a real live one who would ask all sorts of questions rather than disguising them with euphemisms. So no, I did not call him. I've only stared at a stupid picture like a pathetic, lovesick person. There. Happy now? I shift in my chair and open my mouth to tell her exactly that when I realize she hasn't even asked the question. I'm only thinking she has. It's all in my head. I tell my anxious heart to calm down. Relax, would you? We're still on the clear. I exhale a long breath and answer, yeah, it was good. I kept myself busy. That's great. That's good to hear. I don't like when students have to stay back for holidays. I just worry about them. She laughs and her glasses become even more crooked. This time she straightens them up and folds her hands on the desk. So have you given any thought to what electives you'll be taking this semester? Sure. Of course not. I'm not made for education. The only reason I agreed to college was because I was given the choice between school in Connecticut and the Youth Rehabilitation Center in New Jersey. And I'm not setting foot in New fucking Jersey or going to a rehab center. Well, Kara raises her blonde eyebrow in question. I lick my lips, trying to think of something. I think I'm going to stick with the regular courses. College is hard as it is. I don't want to pile on new things. Kara smiles, she's always smiling, and leans forward. Look, Layla, I like you. In fact, I think you're great. You have great potential, and to be honest, I don't think you need these thinly disguised therapy sessions with me. I sit up in my seat. Really? I don't have to come here anymore? No, you still have to come. I'd like to keep my job. I won't tell anyone. It could be our secret, I insist. I don't like to keep secrets, but this one I'll take to the grave. It's tempting, but no. Cookie? She chuckles, offering the chocolate chip cookies sitting on her desk, going all friendly on me again. She gives me whiplash, and sometimes I want to ask her, are you here to analyze me or not? Not that there's anything to analyze. I'm a simple girl, really. I hate winters, Connecticut, and college. I love the color purple, Lana Del Rey, and him. That's all. I reach out to take one cookie, but then change my mind and take 3 instead. I never say no to sugar. Kara watches me carefully, and I'm about to snap at her when she speaks up. So, as I was saying, I think you have great potential, but you need to set goals and you need to work on impulse control. She gives me a pointed look as I take a bite out of my cookie. You don't have any, or at least what you have is very little. Huh. I sag back in the chair.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.